Uh, Welcome to my presentation, and for this presentation, we're going to be covering the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The flag is by the right, and in this presentation, we're going to be covering three topics related to the current events surrounding the country. First, we're going to start with North Korea hands over the possible remains of the American war dead. Then we're going to move on to how hot weather boosts dog meat consumption in North Korea. Then we're going to then we're going to move on to the hot topic of the day, or most days, basically surrounding North Korea and its missile system. 65 years to this day when the end of combat was announced in the Korean War, North Korea returned 60 North Korea returned 55 of possible remains of American war dead in show of good faith after President Trump's alleged successful negotiations post summits. We all know what the Korean War is, and if you don't, the Korean War happened in 1957 and it claimed the lives of tens of thousands of Americans and more than 600,000 Chinese and Korean soldiers. President Trump told the Vice President Mike Pence to greet the remains of the US service members returning to the US after a US Air Force plane arrived Friday morning at the Osun Air Base in South Korea. So this is basically just a show of good faith from Kim Jong Un after all the controversy that has been, or after all the controversy and the bad blood that has been done surrounding him and the nuclear deal. Like, well, if this are actual American remains undetermined, as it will take months of testing to actually verify. And then on a lighter note, we're gonna head. Well, it depends on where you stand from. We're gonna discuss on how hot weather boosts dog meat consumption in North Korea. North Korea presently is facing one of its hottest decades in history. It's really one of the hottest summer, with temperatures allegedly rising up to 104 Fahrenheit. It's facing one of the hottest summers in history, and then due to due to history, people believe in North Korea that heat kills heat, so they eat dog meat and spicy dog soup on the hottest days, which give rise to the increase in demand for dog meat. One very known restaurant that serves dog meat, the Pyong House of Sweet Meat, has reported its business booming in the summer because the Pyongyang residents are literally lining up to get their bingsu, which is a syrupy treat made with shaved ice, and they're having bowl after bowl of the spicy dog meat soup. Now this brings around a lot of controversy because, for most people, dogs aren't what you eat. And even in South Korea and North Korea, there has been flames fanning anti-dog meat organization banning even but it's etched in the history of North Korea because it says that dog meat, or dangogi here, has been believed to be a stamina food in the north and south, and the older generation believes that dog meat provides virality, but the younger generation are on the other side of the fence saying that dogs are better pets than food. And as the last one, we're gonna discuss North Korea dismantling the missile site. So President Trump attended a summit with President Kim Jong Un in June, and on Wednesday, June 2013, President Donald Trump declared that the North Korean regime no longer poses a nuclear threat to the US. Now, there has been a lot of controversy about the statement regarding the fact that there was no evidence to support this statement at the time. We only had his word for it. And considering his popularity among Americans, that was not enough to go by. And just basically speaking for the fact that we need actual concrete proof. A little as 3 days ago, satellite images were published by a think tank in North Korea showing the activity on one of North Korea's satellite launching stations, the Sohae launching station, that is located among the border with close to the border with China. It shows how they have begun dismantling, as Donald Trump said, that this site shows dismantling how the old fuel oxidizer bunker has been partially demolished. Stand superstructure completely dismantled, base being removed. This dismantling missile site shows favor. It suggests that what Trump shows is right and is a step in good faith, because when North Korea were testing their missiles all around, the UN dug up one of the most imposing sanctions in decades to come as punishment. So I believe this, coupled with the remains that were sent back to America, Kim Jong Un is trying to repair the relationship with America and North Korea, and which is also based on the fact that that North Korea doesn't have an embassy in America. So we could be looking at the possible embassy construction in America. Thank you very much for watching, and that is all. The sources that are used are all here on these sites. Thank you very much.